From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Aaron Reeves.
Billboard, huh? That's actually how I met my wife. Anyways, actually not. I met her to attract me. Just kidding. All right, 62 right now in Tulsa, 72 in Dallas. I'm not good at telling jokes, by the way. 32 in Bismarck. Temperatures a bit cooler to the north. We're going to get in at least a little taste of that, but not for a couple of more days. And maybe not as significantly, at least for now, as we thought it looked a couple of days ago. So that might be good. Pretty calm, pretty quiet here across Oklahoma. A little bit of just kind of scattered precip across the northern tier of states. Our part of what we're looking at to come our direction next, that's moving on to the west coast and causing a lot more issues there. In the meantime, we're quiet. Warm temperatures continue to build in. There's kind of the beginnings of what's going to impact our weather next, at least part of it. Front sags down in here by tomorrow evening, or not tomorrow evening, by Monday late. And then Tuesday, that'll just kind of set up shop and lead to chances for showers and rumbles of thunder. The main part of the storm still out west. That front stalls, just kind of hangs out with us for a couple of days. And then finally, as we head towards Friday, the big upper level system looks like it'll kind of kick on through and kind of clear us out. But behind that, chillier weather will prevail and slip into the area for Sunday into Monday and maybe parts of the next week beyond that. So that's kind of what we're looking at now. We'll get more specific here in a bit. In the meantime, it was a gorgeous day. Sun is setting. Tulsa a little bit allergy prone right now. We got tree pollen, primarily cedar. Cedar is really going rampant at this point in time. 62, east wind at 8, dew point at 39 degrees, and just kind of a few high clouds here and there, 50s and 60s for the most part across most of Oklahoma. We're looking pretty good this evening. And as we take a look at future view and what that has in store for us overnight, you can see those clouds lifting through the area. 40s for most of us, so staying relatively mild thanks to that south wind. The south wind's really going to crank up tomorrow afternoon. That'll allow temperatures to push into the mid and even upper 70s. Can't rule out one or two locations trying to push 80. The only problem is with those gustier south winds, we're going to see some of those over 30 miles per hour. We will see an enhanced fire risk, especially west of 75, where things are just a wee bit on the drier side. So not a good day or two here to burn going forward. And then as we head towards Monday, a few clouds start to slip into the area with that front. You can start to see the impacts of that. A little cooler to the north, a little warmer to the south, and it stalls out across parts of southern Oklahoma as we head into Tuesday. Notice 40s in the north, 70s in the far southeast, and scattered rain and storm activity across the state. Heavy rainfall possible, and this is going to kind of just be how it is for a few days after that. And rain could really pile up, unfortunately, in the areas that have just kind of had it pile up recently to begin with. Not as much out where we need it, but still some, but really heavy rain possible. We'll likely see more flooding issues at that point in time with multiple days of rain. It doesn't really start to taper off until sometime Friday. So just kind of a gloomy, dreary, cool day. Temperatures, once again, way above normal, then a little bit below normal, and then once that system moves on past, maybe a good bit more below normal after that. And looking at temperatures going into the 12th through 18th of March time frame, colder than normal, though. Keep in mind, averages that time of year, moving up toward the mid-60s, and then maybe finally we can shift that wetter than normal period back to the west and get western Oklahoma some more of that rain that they really need, that the far eastern part of the state's really been kind of getting. I don't need any more rain on my yard, that's for sure. And then as we move forward from there, notice temperatures generally in the 50s. So a couple of days ago, it looked like those were more going to be in the 40s each day, and that front stalling out where it's going to stall out looks like that might keep us in the 50s most of those days. But toward the end of next weekend, we could see some of that colder air try to get down here. But that's kind of the way things are looking right now. Have the jackets and umbrellas ready. You're going to need them midweek. That's it for me. Now on over to sports.